forged out of the ideas of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, built on the precepts of empowerment to each individual's success, however that success may be defined. This determination and pursuit have been a nightmare for some and a dream for others, a hope to give their life and the life of their offspring some sort of purpose in an otherwise world of futility. It is human catnip beckoning the self-indulgence of a multitude. This hope is a motivational force, a drive, that molds the lives of its bearers and has created a unique identity. While it is true the concept isn't new, Americans have engraved a privilege turned right with their own signature style. It has even infiltrated the motion picture and music industry. Personal testimony further outlines the nature of the American dream, its diversity, and its evolution. So what do you think the American dream is?
The American dream is that everybody has cooties, and when Caesar Chavez was a little boy, it said white people can go to restaurants, drink water from a water fountain, buy a house, da 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 blah 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 blah. So the American people did not get to do anything. But when Caesar Chavez grew up, he said, "For now, I am the president, and I say that everybody is free, and everybody has cooties, even white people and American. So white people can be American, American people can be with white people."
Me personally, I think it's no matter your background or what situation or circumstances you come from, if you truly work hard enough, you can make it and achieve your goals.
So what factors have affected your view of the American dream?
So seeing people around me and their experiences, that's probably the biggest impact. For me, I have confidence and in my abilities, and if you really try, I believe that you can get through it. I believe you can accomplish it, and some others may not feel that, but you can't sell yourself short. You have to think good of yourself, not too much. You got to be humble still.
So what are your dreams?
My dream is to help other people. I used to want to be a doctor or a plastic surgeon, and then the more I learned about the Bible and how much I enjoyed helping others, I realized that making money, it doesn't really make you happy. It's temporary happiness, but it's not really everlasting happiness. It's not satisfying.
Excuse me, why is the American dream important?
It's important because it keeps us going, it gives us hope. Maybe not all of us, some would argue, but makes us think that, this situation is not always going to be like this. It's going to get better. It can get better if we allow it to, and we choose to, and we put forth the effort after determination. It makes us feel comforting.
The American dream is having, like a spouse, being married and having children, having a very, very nice house and multiple cars, and having a good job title.
How can you achieve success in life?
Just serving the purpose of life and enjoying it the way it's supposed to be, to really be able to build myself up as a better person, and maybe even more so to find that great place after death, wherever we go, to be in the best place. I believe that the terrible background that I did have left me to search for something great out there. Because I didn't get to see the great things, I just desired something more. And so that's what led me to really understand, why are we even here? What's the whole purpose of being here if life isn't that great? The percentage of your entire life really is just working and resting from working. So I I desire something more than that, than just achieving material things. I felt like that wasn't what I wanted. I don't need any of that stuff in order to be happy. And they don't make anyone happy.
What does make people happy?
It's really human beings that bring sadness to others. That's what really brings us sadness. And so I really think that what makes us happy is our enjoyment of having other humans around us who treat us really good, and also that we can treat good, that we can display good acts upon.
My dad had to struggle financially through his whole life. He was encouraged by my grandma to go to school because the idea was that by getting an education, you could do better for yourself. You could fulfill the American dream.
So what is the American dream?
So the American dream for me is the idea that you can take where you're at and you can springboard and get ahead. Whether that means financially, whether that means culturally, socially, I think that's up to each individual. For me, I view the American dream as a goal that everybody is given by living in this country. And I see the American dream as an extension of the pursuit of happiness. I think the American dream is harder to obtain today than what it once was. We live in a time of growing disparity between the people who have and the people who have not. There's a lot of social, cultural commotion that interferes with people's pursuit of the American dream. Yet, people still aspire to it. And I think that's one of the strengths about our culture and our country is that no matter what happens, we still have a term for this idea of the American dream. We don't call it the global dream, we call it the American dream. People still come here to this country to try to achieve that dream. And I think that lends credibility to the idea that anybody can achieve the dream. Dreams don't always come true, but through, I think, hard work and dedication and perseverance, you are at least able to grasp at that dream and hopefully hold on to it. And you might realize that when you achieve what you have in life, it might not be what you dreamed for, but it might be exactly what you actually needed.
A lot of people feel the American dream is to own a big house, make a lot of money.
Then if it's not that, then what is it?
Well, being an older person as I am, I think having a family that's united, children that are healthy, being able to live a life that's worthwhile in your eyes.
How has your dreams changed over time?
Sometimes as you get older, it's a little more difficult to do what you would like to do. You can't be as active. You know, you if maybe you're not ill or there's someone in your family, in your family that might be ill, and that takes time away from being able to pursue everything you would like to do.
The American dream, then, is the glorification of the individual to achieve the limitless possibilities life has to offer, bypassing any and all external factors to fulfill the necessities in life comfortably, and for an individual to satiate their desires independently, theoretically applying to everyone. Depending on a person's background and their observations of the previous generation, a person's values, definition of success, goals, and viewpoint of how to lead a meaningful life are affected. For example, Willy Loman in Death of a Salesman pursued wealth through charm because of the example set by his prime role model and the delusions from growing up without a father. Huckleberry Finn explained how humanity is the greatest hypocrite, with societal pressures and the resentment of taboo hindering and shaping a person's true values. Holden Caulfield, from Catcher in the Rye, figured that no one can truly rise above the phoniness of society unless people remain in the innocence of children. As each generation attempts to surpass the last, and as the reality of each person's situation hinders their ability to achieve everything they desire, values have notably shifted from financial stability and surplus as the ultimate goal to contentment through relationships with others and leaving an imprint in the sands of time, a legacy, meaning that as time expires, goals and values change from the feeding tangibles to the intangibles, especially as personal and general knowledge increases. Therefore, there is a general consensus that knowledge increases opportunity. It is also true that those with the background of oppression, the poorer community, minorities, and females mostly, are more adaptable with their dreams and learn to settle. The poem Kitchenette Building and the play Fences are prime examples of characters who are victims of circumstance and forego their true desires for reality and the struggle to survive because preferred opportunities are not available. Therefore, an appropriate inquiry would be whether the American dream is a reality or just as its name implies, an illusion, a dream.